All right, so before the open, let me see. The market has been grinding up since the close yesterday. Off of the low yesterday, the market has been grinding up, and it is now indicating to open above yesterday's high. And since yesterday was a strong reversal candle, bottom reversal candle, this kind of an open, a gap up, open up over yesterday's high, could trigger a multi-day rally. We'd really need to get up and over one or two candles highs today to put this week back into anything but bearish, so that it will continue next week. So we'd be aiming for the Qs to get over 306. And right now it's at 295. 295, 290. Well, actually, it's at 296. Hit 297. The average range of the Qs lately has been around $12. So 306 is not that far away. It's only $7 away, $8 away. So it's plausible. So if it can be done, it will establish a good candle, a decent enough candle on the week, on the weekly view for the markets, for growth markets, and maybe next week will rally. If it doesn't end up doing that, it doesn't bode well, because we've had too many negative days this week to try and be overcome by a day that can't follow through today. And a lot of what might happen today could end up being short covering also. It might not be genuine interest. So there might be short covering that'll bring us up a little bit, but it might not. That's going to take a couple days to flush out, and it might not continue. All right, so today that's kind of the outlook though on the market. I think today rates are up a little bit from 28.07, 2.81 rather, 2.81% yesterday. They're now hitting 2.9%, 2.92%. So rates up could cause a growth to correct a little bit. So it has that working against it as well. Oil is hitting almost 110. It's at 109-ish. Right now it's at 108.75. We're almost back to 110 a barrel on oil. So bets like Devon, DVN, XOM, ExxonMobil, CVX, XLE, and other oil-specific names could be heating up. And looks like financials in pre-market doing well. Just about everything is indicating to open higher at the open. It's just whether or not it'll follow through. The S&P 500 and the Qs pulling back now off of some of that progress that it's been making overnight, just before they open. And we've got 13 minutes before they open. And if we can't really open gapped up, it might not create that energy. Also, if we do open gapped up and then we progress and then we come back down and we turn red on the day, that's a terrible sign. So, and that seems very plausible. We open pretty much at the high of yesterday or gapped up. It pushes up a little bit and then comes back down within an hour or so and turns red. The candle would turn red on the day. That is a pretty strong topping signal and reversal of direction signal, and this would not be a good place for that to happen. So there's a lot of bearish potential right here and only a little bit of bullish potential, so overwhelmingly. But that doesn't mean it can't happen. It can happen. Yeah, gold is actually just about right now to enter the 1700s. It's at 1800.7, really close to breaking into the 1700s. That's pretty far away from the high of 2000 that it made very recently, only within 2 or 3 weeks ago. Oh, excuse me. Bitcoin hanging around 30,000. I think that is completely overblown. That doesn't make sense because Bitcoin crypto markets should be following growth, and right now they're getting a little too excited. Crypto is a little too excited compared to the actual market. Gang. So major support at 1750, Mike. Okay, thanks. Yeah, without me pulling up the chart, I believe you. So some of the individual names from here that we're looking at this morning are Coin, Hood, Unity, AFRM, and then in more of the micros, we're watching. Of course, we're continuing to watch BWV and CYN and Forge, FRGE, but some momentum movers this morning include VERU, VERU, CALA, CALA, PTE, NILE, NILE, MULN, Mullen Automotive, also moving from around 90 cents to $1.15, but it was recently at $4, so it's down 80% off its highs fairly recently over the last just few weeks. So that is under a lot of downward pressure. GME, we're also watching GME. GME could be moving this morning. Let me pull that up and see what significant levels we need to break on GME. If GME can get over 110, it may have a day like yesterday, but that's really the point where it needs to get to 110. Thanks, Chris. It puts us on track. We know what to expect today. No surprises. It's always a good idea to analyze the market before you jump into it. Always market first. The VIX is at about 30, and if today does turn negative and the VIX gets into the 35s, that can be a good spot to grab some VIX puts for 6 months out, so that when the market does renormalize, you can sell them back for a bit of profit when the VIX gets underneath 20s into the teens. And at that point, it would be recommended to then flip them, to take that profit and buy VIX calls in the teens. And that is a good play when we're at extremes in the market, whether it's extreme goodness or extreme terribleness. To just ping pong between the VIXs, just have a little bit of that in your portfolio. How can this be so center and diagonal right now? Jeez. My TikTok version here is so angled. Okay, whatever. All right, 8 minutes until the open. And before the open, I think, poised to move quite a bit could be VERU, VERU. But again, you do not need to day trade. Okay, day trading is the most volatile and risky of all trading, depending on what you're trading. Also, it's recommended you should have at least a $30,000 account to day trade, and until you do, you should be simulated trading and paper trading. So just to talk about the risks out there, until you build your account up to 30,000 swing trading, you shouldn't day trade. The risk of account blow up, and also don't be day trading options, and options are very risky as well. Talked a little bit about this last night. Options are great for hedging, not great for trading. It would seem like it because you can make a lot of money in a short amount of time, but you end up losing everything on just 2 or 3 blowouts, and you're back where you started from, if not less. Options, because they're just so leveraged, unless you're a phenomenal trader with an amazing win rate and excellent at handling down drafts and cutting losses, you will be dead. Reminder, 90% of traders lose 90% of their money within the first 90 days of their trading. That's not some bullshit statistic. That is a fact gathered from brokerages reporting on the actual losses of new traders. So they lose everything. 90% is everything. Just realize this: if you lose 90% of your money, you've got to make 1,000% return in order to get it back. And you already proved that you can't even make 0%. So not a good idea to be trading with real money if you're a beginner. You should be studying, learning, practicing with simulator before you jump in that F-16 fighter jet for real. Check the gold chart, 1750, 1700 support. Yeah. Yeah, it's a whole range here. This is an area that we're going to stay in for a while. This is a huge congestion area. The upper 1700s, if not 1800. So, yeah, you could call that support. You could also call it a congestion area, a chop zone. That's a good way to think of it. All right, we got 5 minutes until the open, and let's see where the market is now. The market is indicating to open at yesterday's high, no longer gapped up on it, but at yesterday's high. So it is pulling back. Same thing on the S&P 500. The S&P 500 and the industrials are holding up a little bit better. Oil just hit $109.30 a barrel, and looks like it's going to pop 110 today. Yeah, Unity's almost at 38, closed at 35 yesterday. Unity pushing. We just had a minor little spikeage on Upstart, UPST. Could be just one trade, not sure where it's going, but it went from 34.6 to 35.24, about half a point spike on UPST. VERU starting to get very close to continuing. Trying to get over this $11 level from being around 9.5 this morning. 11 divided by 9.5. Whoa, what did I do there? That's about almost 12% rally. VERU could provide some good return this morning. GME is breaking highs, stair-stepping its way up. It's at 98.5, 98.5-ish, working its way up towards 100. Remember, it could go supersonic once it breaks 110, which it may not. All right, the Q's growth now indicating to open below yesterday's high within the candle. That can suggest that it's going to pull back on the open instead of push. And we've got 3 minutes until the market opens to find out. For the most part, I remain a very defensive trader right now since November. Mostly all in cash or defensives, and then just dabbling in little things to see what might take. And that's where we're at in the market right now. We're going to need like 4 days worth of information to ever confirm a bottom. All right, we've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds to the open. VERU just popped up and over 11 and hit 1136. It's at 1120 right now. AMC is moving, but GME is moving more if you check the percentages. You're a meme trader. You might get more out of GME. So UPSC hit almost 36 from almost 35. So a little bit of movement on Upstart, but it's pulling back considerably back to where it was right now. CVNA looks like it's moving pre-market from 38 to 41 right now, right before they open. 42 CVNA. That's what, Carvana? I think so. Hitting 42 after being at 38. So see some excitement and energy going on over in Carvana, CVNA. That's not Carvana. Yeah, it is. Okay, 30 seconds to the open. Yeah, we're watching Coin and Hood. I don't think it depends on how the market plays out today, but I don't think Bitcoin's going to follow through from here. Only if the market follows through, and that would be the Qs, QQQ. All right, here we go. One more ping. Coin breaking 70. Coin breaking the $70 level. And now it's 70.4, 70.8. Oh, there seems to be a lot of momentum going on Coin for a potential day trade. So far, the market is trying to move up. The growth market Qs trying to move up, but it just can't do it. There's a little bit of positive move there. Okay, it's trying. It's trying for it. BTTX, by the way, I believe they reported earnings. Not sure if they did yet. And they didn't move much if they did. So it must have been in line. VERU hitting 1172. So VERU is continuing. We got some more momentum on VERU, VERU. That was one of the better looking prospects this morning. Upstart hit 36.5 UPST. BWV, RJ says. BWV, yeah, I guess it moved, but was filled with quite a wide range of volatility. Not trading very much volume either. Unity breaking 38 right now. Unity U. I believe that was a earnings follow through. Yes, so that's earnings follow through right there on Unity. That could be a multi-day trade. Remember to use the opening 5-minute range to confirm direction on anything you're taking. Beyond is almost at 28. It's my mouse. There we go. If it can break yesterday's high, that will be ER day 2 continuation. And that high is 29.40. So if Beyond can break 29.40, you do have day 2 continuation, and you can add on to your day 1 earning position to create a multi-day swing setup trade. Coin hitting 71.3. Wow, and it's just pulled back to 66.9 after doing so. That's not boding well. And I see that the markets are dropping. Yeah, the Q's not able to follow through. SPY dropping as well. Oil is still around 109.3. And rates holding steady at 2.9%. The market's correcting fairly strongly now, especially in growth. And look at Apple. What a drop. 145-ish is where we opened. It's now at almost 143 already. Tesla was at 780 practically at the open, and is now about to test the 740s. We are getting a lot of pullback. Amazon dropping. All right. And we have no swing alerts at this time, other than those ER follow-throughs. I did post some into the alert section. Yeah, Oxy is just another, one of the oil plays. I think the best of the oil plays right now is Devon, DVN. It's just a gorgeous chart. Very reliable. DVN. Oxy, same situation, but not as good of a chart. ExxonMobil, pretty decent, but Devon's still better. And for the other one, Chevron. Yeah, Chevron, not quite as well set up. So for me, Devon is a safest place to get a return in oil right now. DVN. Okay, the market is trying to rally off of that pullback that it just experienced at the open. If it can actually make do on it. But it looks like Apple's only bouncing off of that pullback about 50% retrace on the bounce. Base materials doing really well. XLB. Energy doing great. XLE. Industrials, XLI doing good. Financials holding, XLF. Consumer discretionary, XLY, in a downtrend off the open. Most everything else holding. Looks like value is moving up slightly. Value, so and growth moving down. So that's a rotation into safety, which isn't a bad play, given that we have a weekend ahead of us and a very bad week behind us. How did the puts go yesterday? Not sure what thing you're referring to, which puts. But I think good because we did okay. CRBU moving from 830 to almost 9. CRBU with some energy. VERU looks like it's crapped out. BWV, yeah, that's not really providing anything right now. Trying to see where we've got anything good, any good prospects. Looks like MYSZ starting to move up right now. MYSZ. Miss Z. I mean, Best Buy. Oh no, Bed Bath and Beyond. BBBY. Okay. Yeah, so retail and retail right now. Some of that getting hit pretty hard. That particular one, which you could put into like home. They have it listed in the industry of home furnishings. Not doing well right now. Very, very badly, in fact. It's at $9.50, you know, after having been $44 just recently. So that's almost what is that? That's almost an 80% decline. That's not a good company. Compare that to Apple, which is only down like 16% off of its highs. Beyond starting to move up. It did break over that $28 level, so you've got ER continuation. What was it, 29 or 28 that we said? 29, I guess we have to wait for. So it's marching its way up there. Positioning for continuation. Oh, and we've got some continuation on Dillard's. EDS. So I'm going to double that up, and then I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to get any bigger in this market. Bob, because I wanted to start my own group, have control over my destiny, if you will. And yeah, it's a lot better. Cheaper too for members. So come on over and continue with me over here. DVNA coming back up, closing in around the $44 mark. GME hit 100, it broke 100, and it's hitting around 103 right now. GME. Devin looks great today. I wish I had noticed it during the market yesterday, because it was at a beautiful buy point down on the moving average. But today is certainly a good day to get in as well. Anything around 65 is okay. Okay, the market is rallying off of the lows. Apple trying to do the same. That's where we're getting most of the index movement from. Amazon is already up and over pre-market highs. So Amazon leading the way this morning, actually. Amazon might bring us up and out of the hole. GME now at 105.40. GME getting pretty hot. 105.80. 106.10. GME looking to break yesterday's high. However, the way it's been going, even as exciting as it is right now, it's not projecting higher volume than yesterday. So this could be a bit of, I don't know what you want to call it, naive movement. Got some things taking shape now. BWV broke over 7, is now at 720, 730. Oh, okay, Steve, good job. What was that on? You said UPST. Yeah, whew, it's a good thing you did get out. Size that you were trading. MYSZ continues to break above stay above the WAP. And if it can break over the high of 42 cents, that's a penny stock, MYSZ, that day trade may break and run. Unity hit 38.5. It's currently 38.3. How long do I think Tesla will drop for? Tesla's and the entire market's been dropping since November. I think what the question is, instead of trying to predict how long anything will drop for, why not just know when things are done and going up? How about that? Alert. Maybe you're asking because you want to short it. Well, you could probably pick better stocks to short, but I'm sure there's some potential there. Unity looking like it's going to continue today to break 39. Beyond is now at 29. Beyond is at 29. That's an ER day 2 continuation, so you can add on to your ER play there. Some alerted items that just came up are Joby, XFI, Posh, Asan, MNDY. So let's take. Yeah, Joby on fire. Joby. Joby looks great. Love that chart. Beautiful. Joby. Good volume. Moving around. Bullish. Posh pushing up on the day. POSH also looks good. Started around 10 and it's hitting mid 11s now. So 15% gain. Joby looking excellent for a day trade. Also could be a good penny stocking trade. Joby. But yeah, it's better to get in at the close of the market on penny stocking entrances. I think this is a great time to start learning trading so that by the time the market starts to go up, you are in control of your destiny. This is a great time to start learning trading. If you end up starting to learn trading when the market is going well, you're going to miss some of it. During these pullbacks, these are a time for study, time to find stocks setting up that will run and break and run when the market turns around. Learn, study. Where do you start? Haven't you been with me for a while? I've seen you in here before, I thought. Maybe not. Send me a private message or click the link in my bio. And there's both my group and the Market Mastery. Check that out. Trying for 29, Rebecca. Forge is moving up, guys. Forge making continued progress. If Forge can break yesterday's high of 29.30, that will signal continuation on Forge, bullish continuation. Right now, it doesn't really have the projected volume, similar to GME. Could just be wishful thinking, a little hopium pop. Who likes hopium? Bumble, BMBL, continuing to make progress. It was at it opened around 2270. It is now at 2430. Looking good there. Beyond, yes, is hanging around 29. The markets are grinding up. However, rates are holding steady. I'm not sure if this is going to stick. Not sure if this little rally is gonna stick. But it's a good start. And if it can get going, then it will get going, so there could be a rally forming here. Oil pulled back to 108.51. There now seems to be a move out of value and into growth, some rotation going on. VIX just got into the 29s, 29.82. Carvana continuing. It hit 45.50 roughly. I don't know about VERU. Sundial, well, I mean, that's quite a dead trade, I think. Let's go take a look at that. Yeah, that's been dead since February of last year, and it's just been dying a slow death. A lot of people will be like, well, I mean, it's at 40 cents. How much lower can it go? To infinity, zero. Not necessarily from 0.4 to 0 or 0.101 cent to 0, but these things get delisted. I don't even know, is this OTSE? No, it's on the NASDAQ. So this will be delisted soon. That's the next step on Sundial. They'll probably be doing some splits to try to get around that. I don't think that's going to work out. Reverse splits. But then once it gets delisted, it's going to get into the pennies, into the micro penny range. And yeah, you're going to lose all your money on it. All right, the market's rallying pretty smoothly now, and we are projecting to have greater volume today than yesterday. So this is a sign of continuation. We now have a sign of continuation and a rally starting on the market. In growth. I'm trying to look for some opportunities for us right now. Nothing's alerting, and I have a lot of alerts set. Yeah, Asan was one of the other ones. I didn't check on it. Asana, ASAN, confirming with strong projected end-of-day volume, a bottom reversal on Asana, ASAN. Could be an entry. I'm going to go alert that now. That's not a swing 100 trade, just a regular alert. Sky H. Yeah, nah, not looking great, Steve. It's already on its third aftershock, which peaked at failure to break the prior aftershock. We were talking about this last night in class, I think. Yeah, I think so. As a good example of we would hope to see over the next week or two in order for us to think that it's going anywhere, but that we were pretty unhopeful. Unity hitting almost 40 now. It's at 39, hit 39.40. Mullen Automotive, MULN, moving from 0.97 to about $1.07 pretty quickly. So there's some momentum there. Looks like Forge is going to break 29, but go check on the volume, projected volume on that again. Okay, and it now is looking like it's going to project out to be a higher volume today. That's good. Somebody says AMD. I know. Right, the market hit a top intraday here and is now pulling back. We'll see if that how strong of a pullback it's going to have to make. Yeah, Roblox is continuing to make earnings continuations. Excellent movement from Roblox off the bottom, starting 2 days ago and yesterday with a break above the prior day's high for ER day 2 continuation, and now ER day 3 continuation. Best, most optimal entry was yesterday from both a risk and a reward side at about 28.50. So it's now at 31.18. Putting it about 10% out of the gate now. So that's a little bit too far to get in now. Good time to add on, but not necessarily a good time to start. CLEU continuing to make good progress. That one. Randy. I just read your comment. And we're up 88% on CLEU. 1.21 gigawatts. 88 miles per hour. How many keys are on a piano? 88. Okay, it looks like the market has done well off of that high rejection, and it may continue. So this may end up being a rally day on the market. After all, again, we do need it to get over 306 on the Qs for it to be something worth planting money in. In the medium term, short term, several multi-day, let's say. To take any multi-day swings, we really need in growth. We need the Qs to hit 306 today near the close. Yeah, Twitter is now at 40.54, so 54.20 from 40. The last known buyout proposal price is currently 35% from here. But this is a great example of how mergers and acquisitions is not for the faint of heart. It's a very small return you get because the outcome is already known, and a very large risk when deals don't work out or when they deteriorate. Big pop on VERU, we just heard. Oh, yes. It ought to halt. We popped from 11.27 to almost 12. Yeah, no, it's just over 12, 12.11. VERU, VERU, continuing to be the hottest play on the day. Focus should be heavily on VERU. Really? That might have been earlier news. I got to double check what you're saying. Yeah, no, that's not anything new. Wow, SPY reaching all the way up to 400. This is a pretty decent vertical rally going on the Qs. So if this does kick off a rally and we get some entries on some prospects, great. But uh, it also means that we haven't hit the ultimate bottom and we're just delaying that. So if we go on some kind of a run from here, let's say for 2 weeks, like the last one, and then 2 or 3 weeks down, it'll be another month and a half from here, late June, um, before we get to lower levels. VERU now hitting 1245. Continues to be our top pick this morning. And GME has pulled back to 100. And Forge is back down to 20, underneath 28, I think. Where is that? No, it's at 28.40. Okay, Forge is hanging in there. VERU hit 1253. Take a look at Merck. Okay, not the greatest move from Merck after our entry. Like CLEU is moving pretty good. I think our swim is really locking up. You guys are getting those delays too. We're at plus 91% on CLEU swing trade, penny stocking trade. Okay, GME is trying again. It's around 103.50. All right, everybody in the group, let's go back into the group. I'm going to take my first break. Pay attention to my Swing 100 channel for alerts. We may have some good opportunities pop up today, and I'm going to be just vigorously researching opportunities for us, especially the Swing 100 channel. And then, as always, follow also the Penny Stocking channel and the Chart Traders Alert channel for my alerts. You also have Mark G's alerts, and you have the Extreme alerts, and Persian Alles alerts, and Mountain Man alerts. All right. Have a good morning, guys. VERU, what's going on with VERU? Yes, it hit almost 13. Okay, you guys be all over VERU. VERU, VERU, if you're day trader, momentum day trader. Yeah, really weird. I don't know. I think it's just maybe everyone in the world is fucking day trading now. That's true. Have a great weekend, you guys, if I don't see you again. Don't forget to, you guys who are out there, click the link in the bio or the description there in order to join our community of traders. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend if I don't see you again.